Shalom, shalom, Yahshua. All praises to Yahshua Mashiach. Indeed, His mercy endures forever. Shalom to all of you. Shalom, 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 shalom. Welcome to Life or Death. Welcome to Life or Death. It is a late class tonight. Welcome to Life or Death. Welcome to Life or Death. Shalom to all of you. Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom to all of you. Shalom, shalom. We have a late class tonight for a specific reason. All praises to Yahshua Mashiach. Indeed, His mercy endures forever. Let us start with the book of Colossians, the 3rd chapter and the 17th verse. The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Adonai HaMashiach, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him. The Most High commands us to do everything to Him via HaMashiach Yahweh. Let's see why. Let's go to the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 5. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 5. For there is one power and one mediator between the Most High and men, the man, HaMashiach Yahweh. So HaMashiach is the intercessor. He is the middleman between us, between Israel and the Most High. Let's go to the book of Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. The minute we stray away from the laws of Yah, we must, we should, we have to, and we ought to expect death to come on our way. Hence, the name of the show, Life or Death. Life or Death. Life or Death. Israel, in Romans 12, verse 15, what does the Most High instruct us to do? I see that there are 5 of you watching. Let us take 3 minutes. Well, let's take 5. Let's take 5. Let's take 5. It is still 12, 14, so we'll make it a very short class. Brother Donizio Tamid, mighty brother, Shalom, Abanawa Yahweh Hashem, Amashiach Yahweh Shabrakatha. My brother, I know that you are going to bring chicken and something else for Passover, for Pentecost 2025. So far, how is the preparation? How is everything going on with your prep for Pentecost 2025? Also, those of you who are watching, what are you doing for preparation for Pentecost 2025? How is your prep so far? we start at we are doing the welfare check as well. 12:15, by 12:20, we will start the class fully. How is your prep for Pentecost 2025? How is your preparation for Pentecost 2025? Many of you can see that all praises to Yahweh Mashiach, the light of Zion is taking the feasts of the Most High to a higher level. For instance, we know now we keep the, I would say, we did that once or twice, but now, I think the last new moon. The last new moon, we kept it in the parking lot where we had canopies, where we got together, where we were able to congregate together in a more opening style, where people that were passing by, they were able to stop by and grab a plate, and we used that opportunity to let them know who they were, who they are. For instance, I had to tell a brother who he is according to the Bible. Young brother, my dear brother, how is your prep for Pentecost 2025? I know this year the color scheme is blue and white. I'm checking, I may have a shirt with blue on it, but I have to find something. I have to get something ready. Captain Akol, my dear Captain, why are you of that late, Cap? What's going on, Cap? Shalom, my dear Captain. Shalom, Cap. Shalom, Cap. Well, 17, we have 3 more minutes left for the welfare check. Shalom to 7 of you are watching. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach. The question that we have on the table or in the air is, how is your prep, or how is your preparation for Pentecost 2025? The title of the class tonight is The Importance of Pentecost 2025. Brother Nizotamin says, tomorrow, Yah willing. You see, my brother, you ought to always include Hamashiach. Tomorrow, if it is the Most High's will through Hamashiach, I will call you. I want to send the money to you to purchase the chicken and grapes, because I will be arriving Friday afternoon and I may not have time. Hey, my brother, you know, you have my phone number. You know, I'm your servant. I'm here to serve. After Paul says, jumping in, giving a light so the word may spread throughout the quarters. Hey, Cap, all praises to Yahweh Mashiach. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach. Israel, as we see the day approaching, let us do our best to make sure that we get together as much as possible. Captain Paul says, how is the prep? We practiced making bread and found a lot of recipes. Hey, Cap, you know what? Since you are part of the tribe by association, since you are part of the delegation by association, I expect some Levite bread from you. He said, this bread should be top-notch bread from the west of Haiti. top-notch bread from the west of Haiti. In fact, you put this here, my mother used to sell bread. I used to go and buy the bread when I was younger. That bread, when I got it from the spot that they used to make, that they used to make them, oh, that bread used to smell good. So my brother, I expect such bread from you, from the west of Haiti. Find a way to get the recipe. Use your genius. Hey, let's start. Romans chapter 12, verse 15. Rejoice with them that do rejoice, and weep with them that weep. What is the Most High saying here? What is the Most High commending us here? What is the meaning of that verse? Rejoice with them that do rejoice. You see, now Paul was a good writer. That do rejoice. I mean, he puts the emphasis on the verb rejoice. That do rejoice. Means that when people are happy, we ought to be happy with them as well. Earlier, I was in Lehigh Acres, Florida. I was taking part in a housewarming held by our dear brother Kazakia. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach, the Most High allows him to buy a house in Lehigh Acres, and we were there to rejoice with him. Therefore, Israel, let us do this. When a brother or a sister is rejoicing, we have to rejoice with him. Rejoice with her. The same way, when that brother or that sister is weeping, we ought to help. We ought to do our best to shoulder that brother or that sister while he is going through that moment of sadness, including that sister while she is going through that moment of sadness. So all praises to Yahweh Mashiach, Brother Kazakia. May the Most High Mashiach bless you and your family abundantly, and we expect the Most High in Yahweh Mashiach to give you more houses as we are building ourselves in this kingdom. The title of the class tonight is Importance of Pentecost 2025. In Miami, the Miami Heat once had the big three. They were LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Brother Wade. And these three, they were able to win championship for the team. We that are Israelites, we also have our big three. What are the big three that we have? When it comes to the ceremonial law, what are the big three? Brother Rizzo Tamid, what are the big three? When it comes to the feasts that we have to keep, the high holy days, Israel, now is the time for us to be smart. The Feast of Purim is not a high holy day. Whereas the memorial of blowing of trumpets is a memorial holiday, is a high holiday. Hanukkah is not a high holiday. It is a festival. All the high holidays of Israel are in the book of Leviticus 23. For us, what are the big three? I see that 8 of you are watching. What are the big three? What the reason I need the verse, book, chapter, and verse. Sister Shaya, my dear sister, shalom, shalom. My dear sister, shalom, 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 my dear sister. Israel, we would like to thank Sister Shaya for her diligence in the truth. Since Sister Shaya got to the school, she has been a great helper, a great servant for the Most High, to the Most High, and to the light of Zion. My dear sister, keep up the good work. Brother Rizzo Tamit, my dear brother, I need book, chapter, and verse. Yep, Feast of Pentecost, also called Feast of Weeks, Feast of Tabernacles, yep, and Feast of Unleavened Bread. Yes, these are the big three. I need book, verse, and book, chapter, and verse that details the big three. Sister Ushuaia, my dear sister, also Sister Ushuaia was there at the housewarming. In fact, our praise to After Mashiach would like to thank Elder Moshe, Elder Kanak, Sister Ushuaia, Brother Dawayad and his wife, and all those that were part of the housewarming. Your presence was great, and we really appreciate what you guys did. This shows that the Most High is putting back the 12 tribes. Yes, Sister Ushuaia, yeah, let's get it very quickly. Israel, you all know the drill, like or dislike the class. Like or dislike the class. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 16. 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Most High thy power in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles. And they shall not appear before the Most High empty. Meaning we have to bring something, Israel. We ought to bring something. Don't just come empty-handed. Bring something. When we get together, it is a good thing. In the world, or in the corporate world, they say eating together strengthens the bond in a corporation. Whether it is true or not, we can care less. But as for us, what does the Most High command us to do? Let's go to the book of Hebrews 10, we start 24. By the way, who is the author of the book of Hebrews? Who wrote the book of Hebrews? Because here in this Bible it says, the first epistle of Paul, the apostle to the Corinthians. Who is the author of the book of Hebrews? Let's go into it. You all know that this class is about interaction, where we talk one to another. Who is the author of the book of Hebrews? This Bible here was printed by Hendrickson printing, I guess. That's it. Hendrickson Bibles. Yeah, so basically, Hendrickson is the printing company. Yeah, but the reason that he says the Apostle Paul. Now, in my Bible here it says the Epistle of Paul, the Apostle to the Hebrews. But in other books or in other Bibles, they just put Epistle to the Hebrews. Why? Why? Why do they do that? Why? Some Bibles said Epistle of Paul to the Hebrews. In others, they just put Epistle to the Hebrews. Why? Now is the time for us to change the game. We have to be learned Israelites. Israelites that are versed and well versed in the Bible. Why do they do that? Why do some Bibles put Epistle to the Hebrews and others put Epistle of Paul to the Hebrews? Why? Let's go to the book of Hebrews 10:24. Yeah, the answer is that some researchers believe that Paul didn't write the book of Hebrews. But the researchers said, yes, some researchers believe that Paul did not write the book of Hebrews. Others believe because the book is written in a scholastic manner, they basically attribute the authorship of that book to Paul. It is still being debated among the researchers. That is why oftentimes you will see that I say, who is the author of the book of Hebrews? Some researchers believe that Paul was the author. Some believe that Paul never wrote the book of Hebrews. Let's see what the Most High inspired the author to leave for us in Hebrews 10:24. Earlier, it was a good gathering. I was happy to see Elder Masha. I was happy to see Sister Yushraya. I was happy to see Elder Kanak, Brother Dawayad, Brother Kazakia. It was a good moment. I enjoyed it. All praises to Alpha Mashiach. Hebrews 10:24. That's what the Most High says. Israel, now is the time for us to be applicants of the law. You see, all that, this is very special. Do you know why it's special? I will tell you why. Among all the tribes, there is a lot of division and there is a lot of ego. Seeing Levi, Benjamin, Judah, Simeon, Issachar getting together in one spot and not fighting one another, that is a miracle. Because remember, in the book of Deuteronomy 28, the Most High sent it. So in verse 24, he puts a spirit on us to fight one another. But now, as we are coming back to his laws, he is giving us a reprieve where we can get together and not fighting one another. Hebrews 10:24. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. If you are doing something great, hey, in Yahshua Mashiach, I'll let you know about it. I'm not going to allow this to go unnoticed. No. On my part, hey, if I'll let you know because it's one thing is will. It is up to us to serve one another. We are all we have. As this kingdom is going down, the Most High will put the Spirit on us to get together, to unite. Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. Verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is. What is Paul saying here? Why does he say that? Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is. What can you infer? What can you within what he is saying? What can you decode? What can you say? He says, as the manner of some is. What do you see here? Let me read it again for you, Israel. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is. What can you see here, Israel? Not forsaking one another. So not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is. What can you say here? What can you infer? What was going on? What was going on in Israel? What was going on in that time? What can we say that was going on among the brothers and sisters that forced Paul to write this for them? It says, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is. Let's go very quick to the book of 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 10. The book of 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 10. For Demas hath forsaken me, having loved this present world. We can say that during that time, some of our people didn't see the need to get together. Some didn't see the importance of gathering together. We have to change that. Feast of Weeks 2025, if you are able to make it, you ought to be present. Feast of Weeks 2025, if you have the opportunity to be in the pub physically, you must, you should, you have to, you ought to. And you ought to be on site. Plain and simple. Where are we going to keep the Feast of Weeks? We will let you know. Let's go very quick to the book of Leviticus 23. Because the Feast of Weeks, commonly called Pentecost, is a high holiday. This day, this feast always falls on a Sunday. This year, we are going to keep the feast on June the 8th. 2025. That means next week, next Sunday, there will be no life or death show. Brother Israel says there were Israelites who were not gathering themselves with the brotherhood. Yes, Brother Israel, yes. We still have this today, where brothers and sisters, they say that, hey, all camps are bad. Let them be. We ought to change the way we do business. They want to be lonely lights, let them be lonely lights. But as for us, we will gather together in Yah through Hamashiach Yahweh. Leviticus 23. So book of Leviticus chapter 23 and verse, let's start at verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feasts of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. So the Most High, from the get-go, states that these are his feasts. So when you choose not to keep the Feast of Weeks, you are in sin. Leviticus 23 and verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Most High. With the two lambs they shall be holy to the Most High for the priest. And ye shall proclaim on the self-same day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. So on that day, if you are able to take that day off, let's do so, Israel. The two loaves of bread that you will bring, they represent the 10 commandments, the two tablets. Let's go to the book of Acts chapter 2. Acts chapter 2. Who was the book of Acts of the Apostles? Who is the author of the book of Acts of the Apostles? Let's go Israel. Let's do our best to know this Bible. Yes, Brother Luke. Luke. Now, what was Luke's profession? What was Luke's profession? What was the profession of our dear brother Luke? Luke was the book of Luke and the Acts of the Apostles. Let's go to the book of Sirach very quick to see the importance of his profession. Yeah, Luke was a physician. Luke, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 38. If you have the red apocrypha, it is on page 93. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him. For the Most High hath created him. that is why those of us who are in the medical field, those of you who are in the medical field, help your people as much as you can. Acts chapter 2. Let's see what occurred during that time, during the Feast of Weeks. The book of Acts chapter 2 and verse 1. And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. What does that mean? They were all with one accord in one place. They, meaning all the people that were there, all the people that were in that place that gathered together, they were all in one accord in one place. What is the importance of that? In one accord. In one accord. What is the meaning of that statement? In one accord. If you are part of an organization, if the doctrine is not the same, meaning that all the teachers are not teaching the same doctrine, something is wrong. If the leaders are not in one accord, something is wrong. If the congregants do not agree to follow the same laws, something is wrong. Yes, like-minded brothers and sisters, they had the same doctrine. Verse 2, and suddenly there came a sound from heaven as a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. So the Most High God Mashiach allowed them to speak different languages. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 28, verse 11. The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. It is time for us to cultivate the gifts that we have. If you are able to speak two languages, all praises to Yahweh Mashiach. Whatever you can do, let's do so to further the gospel within the nation. Let's go back to the book of Acts. Acts chapter 2 and verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. Now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language. Meaning that if one brother spoke French, I'm just giving an example. If one brother spoke French, he heard that one or two disciples were speaking French. That's all that means. So the importance of Pentecost, let us be in one accord. Let us have the same mind for us to get out of this captivity, for us to have our own kingdom. Because if you are in charge of the means of production in a country, you are not in charge. We are slaves wherever we are. Even if the leader or the face of that country is an Israelite, yes, yet that country depends on Esau for aid. That is why you see a bunch of people, a bunch of countries get help from the USAID. Let us reclaiming our true selves. Let us take the high holidays and the festivals of the Most High to a higher level. This year, the color scheme for Feast of Weeks 2025, Pentecost 2025, is blue and white. We will be meeting at Quiet Waters Park. There may be an entrance fee, which is $3. That will be the fee for us to park. And if you have to park your car, but also we ask you if you are able to donate $25 because remember Israel, we rent the pavilions. We will incur some expenses. Donate as much as you can so that we can cover these expenses. Acts chapter 2 and verse 7. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? And how he we every man in our own tongue, wherein we were born. So a lot of people were amazed to see what happened during that day. When our people were keeping the Feast of Weeks. Hey, you never know Israel. If it is Yahweh Mashiach to do a miracle this coming Sunday, hey, I'll be happy to see it. I'll be happy to see that miracle. That is why Israel, when you read Psalm 133, the last verse says, For there the Most High commanded the blessing. Psalm 133 is what they call a song of ascent or a song of degree. Why do they call them songs of ascents and songs of degrees? Why? From Psalm 120 all the way to Psalm 134, they call these psalms songs of ascents, songs of degrees. Why? Why do they call them that? From Psalm 120 all the way to Psalm 134, these psalms, they refer to them as songs of degrees or songs of ascents. Why? Remember, there is always a because or several becauses for a why. Let's go to the book of Psalm chapter 133. The book of Psalm chapter 133. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren, not for enemies, for brethren, brothers and sisters, to dwell together in unity. The importance of Pentecost 2025. Let us put all animosity behind. Let us get together like with the same mind, in one accord, at Quiet Waters Park. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that went down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard. Indeed, Aaron's beard. Aaron had a very long beard. Aaron was the first high priest of the nation of Israel. We realize that Aaron doesn't get much honor like Moses. Aaron doesn't get much honor like Daniel or Job. Basically, people know more about them. But Aaron was a great man too. The Most High exalted him. As the first high priest of Israel, he was responsible to bring the sacrifices, to bring our sacrifices to the Most High. He was responsible to pray for us. So Aaron was a man of honor. Yes, he made the golden calf, but remember, the Most High is a giver of second chance. One of the reasons says our forefathers used to sing these songs while climbing the mountains. Yeah, you may see that in some. Basically, on their way to Jerusalem, our people used to sing these songs. Also, the priests, they used to sing them while they were climbing the stairs of the temple. As we go along, we may find more, because you have to understand the Most High is revealing our history to us. Remember Israel. Many of these things, the Most High will allow Esau to discover them for us. Because you have to understand, the Most High says that in the land of the captivity, they shall remember themselves. Meaning that wherever we are slaves at, we are going to come back to our true selves. Brother Shower, shalom, brother Shower, brother Shower, trooper Shower. Shalom, my brother, shalom, my brother, shalom, my brother. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that went down upon. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that went down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there Yahweh commanded the blessing, even life. So when we get together, there is life. Because we get together for a good cause. We get together to exalt the Most High. We get together to keep his feast. So when you get, so on June the 8th, when we get together, we will not get together for ourselves. we'll get together for the Most High because He commands us to get together on that day for His feast. Remember, these feasts are the feasts of the Lord. These feasts belong to the Most High. Psalm 72, verse 18. Shalom, 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 shalom. I see that there are 7 of you watching. How many of you will be able to make it? Those of you who will be able to make it, if it is Yahweh Mashiach, put the number 12 in the chat. I see that 7 of you are watching. If you plan to be in attendance, put the number 12 in the chat as well. Whatever the time it says he will be present, if it is Yahweh Mashiach. These feasts, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Feast of Tabernacles, Feast of Weeks, these are the big 3. As men of Yah, we cannot miss them, except something major prevents us from keeping them. In fact, if you are able to keep it in your house as well, go ahead. If this is how you can keep it in your house, go ahead. If you are able to make your 2 loaves, make them. Prepare your meal, enjoy. That is if you are unable to come to the spot, to come to the park. But if you are able to come to the park, let's do so. Let's get together. Remember, we are going to be there for a whole day. In fact, our aim is to be there as early as we can to get the park ready, to get the pavilions ready for us to enjoy ourselves in the Most High through Hamashiach Yahawashi. Psalm 72 and verse 18. Sister Shaya says she will be in attendance. My dear sister, all praises to Yahweh Mashiach. We'll be happy to see all of you. Importance of Pentecost 2025. Because this feast is a whole day feast, you will have enough time to talk to fellow brothers and sisters. You will have enough time, we will have enough time to enjoy each other's company. If we start putting everything together at 10 a.m., from 10 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m., that is 10 hours straight. That means you will have 10 hours, 10 complete hours to talk to your fellow brothers and sisters. And during a feast like that, what do we do? The food is there. Guess what? You can come back and forth to eat. Brothers and sisters will be able to play. So basically, the dominoes, cards, let us rejoice ourselves. We are living in a stressful world. So if the Most High Mashiach allows us to have that day, let us take full advantage of it. Full advantage of it. That is why the title of the class is Importance of Pentecost 2025. Psalm 72 and verse 18. Psalm 72, a Psalm of Solomon. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel. The power of our dear brother Don Israel Tamid. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel. The power of our dear Captain Akol. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel. The power of our dear Sister Shaya. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel. The power of our dear Sister Ushraya. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel. The power of our dear Trooper Shawar. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel. The power of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel. The power of all those who are currently watching. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel. The power of all those who will watch this class later on. The power of our dear Elder Emram Israel. The power of our dear Sister Deborah Dennis in Chatham, Massachusetts. The power of our dear brother Denbo. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel, the power of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Israel, you all know that our duty is to serve the Most High and to serve you. For that AC to be on and for those lights to be on, we are to pay the city and the energy company. Please, as much as you can, or as less as you can, donate via Cash App at $THEE LOZ, or you can Zelle your money to us via helphandgroup@gmail.com. Israel, may the Most High Mashiach bless you all. Shalom. Heavenly Father, we thank you for being the Almighty. Thank you for everything that you have done for us. Thank you for everything that you are doing for us. And thank you for everything that you will keep doing for us. O Most High, please give us your spirit so that we can be sinless, so that we can stray away from sins. Give us your spirit so that we can have brotherly love and sisterly love within the nation. Please, during this week, send Hamashiach to encamp around us to provide us with the security and the safety that we do need in you via him. O Most High, please make the Feast of Weeks for this year a wonderful feast. Make the Pentecost of 2025 something that you and the angels will be proud of, can be proud of, and will be proud of, including us. We thank you. We thank you, Most High, through our beloved brother, through our beloved King, Amashiach Yahawashai. Please give us your spirit so that we can be perfect, so that we can serve you perfectly and serve our brothers and sisters in a perfect way as well. Thank you, Most High. Thank you for Amashiach Yahawashai. Brother Renzo Tamid, mighty brother, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Shalom to all of you. You all know the drill. This is part of our homework every week for us to pray one for another, because the Most High commands us to pray one for another. Shalom.